Welcome back to Creative Excuses. On the last episode of this Ultimate Iron Man series, which you can check out here if you missed it. It does seem like most everyone who watched the first episode did miss the second one. On the last episode, we started out RuneScape's newest skill, Necromancy. We got to level 31 before we realized we had finished most of the stuff that we can do from the release with the state of our other skills. So it is time to start training those. But first, let's stack up some souls and train our defense and necromancy just a bit higher, then onto some other skills and probably some quests or maybe something else. For that, we're gonna need just a bit of food, which is why I just stole a bunch of bread and cakes from this poor baker. And there we go. I got 8 thieving from that. Let's go find some big bones, which is gonna make soul collecting much faster. It looks like the classic and very nostalgic hill giants is gonna be my best bet for these big bones. Perhaps baby dragon bones are going to prove better, but I'm not really sure yet. So we're going to try these out first. Maybe there's a safe spot, just like there is in old school. Also, I should explain why I'm doing this. I really want to AFK something while I edit, and rituals seem like a pretty good idea with that 30-second AFK timer. Heck yeah, there is a safe spot. Turns out I didn't even need the food. Speaking of safe spots, your summons can actually be safe spotted by enemies the same way. Weird. Level 32 Necro. Inventory is full. Let's go do some rituals, and then we will be back. The power in my house is going in and out, and so I'm going to do some training off camera just so I don't corrupt any footage. And I'll see you with the gains very soon. Okay, so I finished grinding out the bones I would need for 400 souls to unlock tier 3 necromancy abilities, and then I went to work on the rituals. The bones I got while scared of the power outages were first from hill giants using a safe spot. This was pretty effective and let me get a full inventory of bones, giving 2 souls each. Much better than using regular bones. Once I got courageous enough though, I started trying out baby blue dragons in the Taverley dungeon, and these were so much better. They do about 1 health bar of damage to fill up what room I have in my inventory, and the 3 souls from them make them very, very valuable. If you're looking to train necromancy on an early Iron Man, I cannot recommend baby blue dragons enough. Snag 30 defense and around 30 hit points, maybe a few cakes, and head to baby blues for fast souls. Okay, I wanted to do the rituals, but I think I need a few coins to make sure I don't run out of supplies, so I'm gonna earn another couple thousand gold and train some really early fletching at the same time. Be right, and I'm back. In the process of making that money, I got some good woodcutting and fletching levels. It took forever, and I should have done something different, but oh well. I thought it was a good excuse to do some fletching, but it was honestly not at all. It was so slow. Fun story though, if you didn't know, you can add some tools to your tool belt early and you will automatically generate a lower tier variant that you can actually use. That is a steel hatchet, even though I have a mithril tool in my tool belt. Okay, now finally on to the rituals and another little chat. First, I placed 2 multiply glyphs to make sure this would go just a tad faster, but I don't really have much ink for it, so it's not gonna last long, which is totally fine. I'm gonna want to use that ink up to free inventory space for some questing and activities later anyway. Second, and what I actually want to talk about, is the fact that I am pretty much the opposite of an efficient player. Occasionally, what I do will be efficient, but very often it won't be. It'll be my version of efficient, which basically means that I'm willing to do it. There are a lot of sweaty, efficient activities that I just don't care to do. For example, what would be efficient right now is training dungeoneering, while I still can get rid of everything in my inventory, but I just hate dungeoneering. So no, I don't think I will. I've got a plan for leveling dungeoneering in the future, and doing dungeoneering is not it. But what I am saying is basically this. If you are looking to watch an efficient player, I thank you for your support up until right now, but I am not that. I play so that I can have fun, and I tend to have the most fun when I'm AFKing things and watching numbers go up. I am somewhere in between a casual and a sweatlord, and that is very unlikely to change with this series. All of that said, I am curious about how efficient we are going to be. See, last episode I mentioned completing the achievement logs, and that still sounds like a good plan to me. So here is what we're going to do. Over the next several episodes, we will be completing at least 1 easy area achievement per episode, starting with this one. After we make it through all of the easy ones, we're going to jump in and start on the mediums. That will likely take me the whole month to complete, but we'll see. I honestly have no idea, and I'm super excited to try it. And look, I'm done with my 150-ish rituals, and I get to go get my next talent. There are 3 talent options at this tier: the Vengeful Spirit, Threads of Fate, and the Putrid Zombie. All 3 have advantages to taking first. The Putrid Zombie and Threads of Fate talent both have the advantage of giving me additional AoE damage, which would make Slayer and leveling a bit faster. Threads of Fate has the rune requirements though, which means I have more inventory slots taken up by Necromancy runes that I have to also maintain, which is not optimal. And the Putrid Zombie, though good, is just some additional AoE damage. No real disadvantage here, but no real crazy advantage. But the Vengeful Spirit is interesting. The Vengeful Spirit is an ability that will heal me for 175% of the damage it deals. That is going to be super useful at low levels and will hopefully add a bunch of sustain while training Slayer and other things that I'm soon going to need to do. So I'm going to take the Vengeful Spirit first. Alrighty, with the new talent in hand, it is time to start on our first easy task set, the City of This will be pretty quick. We only have 4 tasks to do, so this is going to be very quick. One of them is to craft some regular ink while in the city. Easy enough, just got to grab my necroplasm, a vial of water, a fire making level, and some ashes and head back to the city. Complete. Next up, let's conjure a skeleton warrior in Lumbridge catacombs. Looks like someone is training down here, which is pretty smart. 2100 health and very low defense, I think. Honestly, not a bad spot with how many spawns there are and how little damage you'll take. Next up, let's find that overlook. Not here, apparently? Not here either. Okay, I had to look it up. Trash player, I know. Hours of entertainment? Are you kidding me? Up next, make a necro potion. We need a Marantil, check, and a Cadaver Berry, check, and a vial of water. And task complete. Last task, boom. Sick, my first prayer bonus and damage bonus item. This is awesome. And a 2000 XP left for any skill over level 20. It would be smart for me to save this for a different skill than I have at level 20 already, but I'm just gonna use it on rune crafting because rune crafting kind of sucks. Okay, that was really quick, but we don't have the requirements for the medium task set just yet, so we're going to have to move on to the next one. Classic early tasks to complete are stuff like Ardougne and Lumbridge for the cape and the ring respectively. The cape provides some hybrid bonuses and a teleport, while the ring provides some hybrid bonuses and eventually some free alchemy casts, which is super nice for making some money. But to get the easy Lumbridge tasks done, we also have to do the beginner tasks. So let's start with those. Task set complete, and I know just where to put this reward. That is Surge, finally unlocked. Freaking sick. Now on to the easy task set. The easy task set is going to be a little bit harder to do. There is a 20 fishing requirement to get. Now, we could go fishing for that, or we could maybe do a quest. Crap. Fishing contest requires 10 fishing, so I will be right. I actually received 2 strange rocks while fishing some crayfish, so let's turn those in for our last 2 fishing levels. Let's go cheat our way through a contest now. OMG, I caught a huge fish, no way, OMG. Quest complete. 2 more levels to go. Just gonna do this at the crayfish because it's easy peasy. Boom, level 20, we are ready to do the Lumbridge easy tasks. Is what I would have said if the requirement wasn't 25 fishing. So I bought 100 feathers and went to learn some fly fishing, and that is 25 fishing. Now for the tasks. For real this time. Okay, we actually have 1 task left, and this may be the hardest one out of the whole set. We need a water talisman to make water runes, and I don't yet have the Abyss unlocked. And even if I did, I would probably just die. I also don't have access to the rune crafting guild because that is level 50 rune crafting, so I just have to get a water talisman from somewhere weird. There looks like there's a 1 in 128 drop from Dragath Nirn at the end of the Lumbridge catacombs, which could work, or from the skeletons, which I actually didn't know about until right now. Or my original plan was to kill the water wizard, which has water talismans as an uncommon drop. While I'm here, I'm also going to try and get the earth and fire talismans. Well, the fire dropped immediately, and I just realized these guys also drop ashes, which might make them my best method of gathering ashes on this account because I can't do the abyss efficiently. I may be back here more when I need to do more rituals. Okay, that was too slow and not enough XP. We are gonna go to the catacombs. This vengeful spirit is actually carrying this, keeping me at full health. All right, that was not working so well. Let's try Dragath Nern. Holy crap, I'm gonna hit level 50 Necromancy before I get this dang water talisman, aren't I? 49 Necromancy, still no water talisman. And I'm trying to figure out this revolution setup, and it is odd. Sometimes the revolution bar saves up for the vengeful spirit, and sometimes it just shoots out bloat a million times in a row and dumps all of my adrenaline. And sometimes it never casts bloat at all and lets me build to 100% adrenaline and drop an ultimate. I actually think with no ability cooldowns, Necromancy is worse for new players interested in Revolution than the other styles, especially because the abilities with no cooldown make building a Revolution bar significantly different than the other 3 combat styles. I actually did hit level 50 before getting a water talisman. That is just a little frustrating. For being such a low level item, it seems very uncommon to receive. I'm gonna try these mages instead. Maybe the mages have a better chance at the talisman. I got an earth talisman! They exist, the talismans exist. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need ectoplasm, but I'm really hesitant to take all of this out because I may have to drop it in the near future. But I need it to heal inside the catacombs, so back to the grind. And there's a mine talisman, which I don't need, but the mages definitely drop talismans more commonly than the other things I've killed. No, I've been here for like an hour. The undead are punishing me for turning my friends against them, aren't they? And 52 necromancy. I started this grind at level 45, right? That means I have literally doubled my necromancy XP since starting this. 1 air talisman, 1 mine talisman, and 54 necromancy later, I gave up on the skeletons and came up with a new plan. Get a light source and go into Lumbridge swamp caves and kill giant frogs. Hopefully a torch doesn't get me killed. Let's try that again. These frogs, their spawn time is so long. Oh my gosh, I was just about to leave and I got it. I got the freaking drop. This is as good as getting the drop that I'm like 4.5 times dry with on my main Iron Man. We are going straight to Berthorpe to feed the Wicked Hood. Yes! That took me like 3 hours and almost all of that time was spent trying to get that stupid talisman. Let's just see how many bones I sent here trying to get this. Oh my gosh, I sent over 400 since the last check, which means I think I sent like 500 or 600. I was probably so dry on the water talisman. So dry. Oh well, it's done now. We got it, nailed it, crushed it. Holy crap, guys. This is gonna wrap it up for this episode. We now have 2 sets of easy achievements done, and we will begin the next one on the next episode. I'll see you all in the next excuse.